Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, the adored duo who have captivated us for many years. Their fans are now facing a circumstance that has shocked and moved them emotionally as they navigate homes filled with joy, humor, and romance. People are wondering if we are witnessing the beginning of a devastating goodbye beneath the public persona, the charisma, and the humor. This is the day that Kelly and Mark's story begins to unfold. The story's profound insights on family, strength, and dedication are just as noteworthy as the headline. Our impending disclosure may cause you to reevaluate them in the future. We must go back to the beginning if we want to understand the gravity of this present moment. Kelly Ripa was the object of American affection on All My Children in the 90s. There she met the charismatic young actor Mark Consuelos. Their chemistry off-screen was much more strong than their on-screen chemistry. They formed an unshakable bond and fell in love in private, away from the limelight. Viewers saw their budding romance, marriage, and family flourish. In a society where partnerships tend to be short-lived, they rose beyond fame to represent true love. Their story, however, takes an unforeseen twist at this point. After the fact, Kelly admitted that behind the scenes, things weren't always as easy as they seemed, despite the positive vibes they gave out. There is a high cost to being in the limelight for decades. Every facial expression is scrutinized, every flaw is argued over, and every murmur is magnified. Even while Kelly loved her job, she once admitted that the constant stress caused problems at home. Along with the pressures of being known for his job, Mark also had to deal with the tremendous attention that came with being known as Kelly's husband. They managed their careers, 3 children, and the constant pressures of fame. As Kelly revealed with emotion, it was anything but perfect, even if it looked perfect. The terrible news they would have to face later was made all the more agonizing by this constant worry. Kelly Ripa broke her silence to reveal shocking details about her relationship with Mark Consuelos, setting the stage for an unforgettable moment. She broke down in tears as she revealed that they were going through a deep personal struggle that had left her uncertain about the future. Viewers were most moved by Kelly's raw vulnerability, not by the carefully delivered details. She came clean about the fact that no couple is immune to life's challenges, no matter how strong or happy their bond may seem. Her fear of the unknown, chaos, and saying goodbye in person shone through in her trembling voice. Suddenly, the crowd that had shared innumerable laughter with her felt her pain. Despite Kelly's struggles, Mark was always there for her. She went on to say that Mark's unwavering support has been there for her during the tough times. He reassured her that there was still more to come in their story, that the decades-long bond they had nurtured could not be broken by any one obstacle. Kelly said she felt weaker than she would want to admit, but Mark always encouraged her. Not as individuals, but as a unified front, they faced this shocking development. A profound reality was revealed to her admirers in her speech. When two people truly love each other, it's not just about the happy times. When things go tough, you should be there for each other. One of Kelly's deepest fears was the prospect of having to say goodbye for the last time. This isn't a goodbye to her public persona or career, but rather to the one she loved. She finally admitted that this thought followed her about even in the brightest of daylights. This admission caught her audience off guard because she is known for her relentless positivity. Still, Kelly's accessibility and humanity were enhanced by her unfiltered nature. Time spent with loved ones is fleeting, and who among us hasn't thought about that? Kelly expressed how facing this hardship made her appreciate the little things more through her tears. Staying in for breakfast was no longer optional. A blessing it was. Taking hold of Mark's hand wasn't just for solace's sake. It served as a mooring. Their bond's characteristic, laughter, felt even more precious. When you are confronted with the idea of losing everything, you understand that every second is invaluable, she told her audience. Her remarks resonated, especially with her devoted fan base who have a sobering awareness of the fleeting nature of life and the immutability of destiny. Kelly detailed in her heartfelt update how her 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, became the rock upon which the family rested. Their responses were unique from one another. One is there to offer unspoken encouragement, another to lighten the mood, while the third is seeking solace in religion. Kelly spoke about her 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, and how they were the family's rock in her heartfelt update. Their reactions were dissimilar. There was one who lent into prayer, one who offered quiet strength, and one who offered laughter. Michael, being the eldest in the family, assumed the position of peacemaker and protector. Kelly related the story of how he, a young man carving out his own niche in the world, came back to the nest as a confidant and son. Simple solutions or cliches wouldn't come from him. Sitting with his mother in the wee hours of the morning, when the terror was at its worst, he would choose to be fully present instead. According to what she said, he took after his powerful father and became a constant presence who conveyed meaning without speaking a word. Their incredibly lively and highly astute daughter Lola went in a different direction. Lola refused to allow the weight of it all get to her, Kelly said, her grin fading as she spoke through her tears. She was the type of person who, when the air was heavy with stress, would lighten the mood with a joke, showing that even the worst parts of life had their share of humor and silliness. Refutation was not it. A lifeline, in fact. The comedy of Lola wasn't an attempt to turn a blind eye to their suffering. Rather, it was a refusal to let tragedy control their happiness. They were able to laugh even when they didn't want to because she gave them the priceless gift of perspective. Their youngest, the prodigy, had just gone out on his own, and there was yet more to come. Kelly admitted that keeping his distance was the most challenging aspect, but he was the one who put his trust in God and became a rock for his family. He would phone not to ruminate on the possibilities, but to count their blessings and remind them of the strength they had always shared. The unwavering faith he had in their ability to weather the storm served as a beacon of hope that the entire family rallied around. Kelly wore this harmony like a shield, a lovely synchronization of her children that arrived suddenly. However, she still reached a breaking point, despite all assistance. Kelly recalled a particular night when the burden of the terrible news seemed to be too much to bear. Mark had to take a rare but important professional trip during this time. With the kids gone, Kelly was left to her own thoughts in a deserted house. The terror of saying farewell that she had described was concrete now. Seated across from her, it was as if one were a house guest. She confessed that she completely gave up, both mentally and physically, experiencing a profound sense of weariness. It was the first time she truly believed she lacked the power to stand up for herself, be the positive role model her family needed, or even fight. At this point of complete capitulation, the real change took place. With an almost whispered voice, she contacted Mark and uttered the words, "I can't do this." What followed was the defining moment of their friendship that spanned decades. Mark remained calm. He was slow to resolve the issue. He paid close attention. She was able to express her unreasonable fears, deep sorrows, and extreme tiredness to him. Even after she was through, he refrained from correcting her. He never once admonished her to be courageous. His 5 words, according to Kelly, were the game changer. To be, you need not be. You don't need to be strong at the moment, he advised her. I shall stand firm for the two of us. For 30 years, you have supported the entire world. Now it's my chance to hold you. Kelly discovered a new form of strength in that vulnerability, in that honest revelation. Rather than strength in pushing through, it was strength in releasing. The kind of partnership she and Mark had established, she came to understand. In a surprising turn of events, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, the beloved TV couple, have announced a shocking update that has left fans heartbroken. The dynamic duo, known for their charming chemistry on screen and off, revealed that they are facing a difficult chapter in their lives. Their tearful goodbye marks an emotional shift that no one saw coming. Fans of Live with Kelly and Mark are already reeling from the news, as Kelly and Mark's banter and effortless connection were a major part of the show's success. The couple, who have been married for over 25 years, have built a brand together both in the entertainment industry and in the hearts of their audience. Their playful yet deeply supportive relationship made them fan favorites, and the thought of them parting ways has left many in disbelief. Though the couple hasn't disclosed the exact details of what's happening, their emotional announcement hinted at a challenging period ahead. The couple spoke openly about their need for personal space and time to recalibrate, giving fans a glimpse into the pressures of maintaining a high-profile life while facing personal hurdles. The news has sparked an outpouring of love and support from their fans, but it's clear that this heartfelt update has changed the landscape of daytime television. Will Kelly and Mark take a step back from the public eye? Or is this just a temporary pause in their shared journey? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure. Fans are holding on to the hope that this heartbreaking goodbye is not the end, but merely a new beginning for the couple.